Thank you, Michael, for the question. So very quickly, a couple of tips here. The first thing is to check your mindset. Where is your mind at that particular moment when you want to connect to spirit? Because as mediums, we need to try and clear our minds enough for spirit to be able to use it, to fill it with their thoughts, feelings, emotions, and whatever other information they want to give us. Because the type of mediumship that we use today is referred to as mental mediumship. It's mind-to-mind communication. So if we're feeling tired, run down, fatigued, stressed, anxious, depressed, and all those other low emotions, if we're feeling any of them, it can feel like walking through treacle trying to connect to spirit, because our mind is sat in the energy of those low vibration emotions, and that really blocks the contact. It's not impossible, but it just feels really tough trying to get that connection because we're too much in our heads. So even if you've had a shitty week or a shitty day, it's trying to push some of that aside and get rid of some of those emotions attached to that, to allow the mind to become clear enough for spirit to put their information into our mind. That's the first thing I'll say. The second thing is invite them in. So once you've cleared your mind or what have you, you're in a good mindset to connect to spirit, invite them in. You say, look, right, I'm here, I'm ready to receive any information that you've got to give me, and then just pay attention to what information they want to give you. And again, as I said in the last video, it can be very subtle. Don't expect to hear big things in your head or in your ear. It can be very subtle. Again, it's not as obvious as a smack in the face with a baseball bat, as TV and film would like to depict it as being. It's not that. So just pay attention to how you're feeling during that connection. What things are you seeing in your mind? What things are you hearing in your mind? So just pay attention to all those subtleties, and then note down whatever you are receiving, because it can sometimes be a message for you within what you're receiving. So note these things down, because I can guarantee you a couple of days later you will not remember what was put into your mind, because it's not your own thoughts, it's spirit thoughts that are being given to you, and then a day later you're going to forget what they've given to you. So do journal and note down what you are receiving or feeling during each connection attempt. The last thing I'll say is trust what you're receiving. That can be a very hard thing to do when you first start connecting to spirit, and that's the biggest thing that I experienced when I first started developing, is that discernment. Was that my logical mind thinking that, or was that spirit giving me that? Now, I could do a whole other video on that particular topic, so I won't go through it now, but it is just trusting what you are receiving. Even as random as it might be, and I do work with spirit quite randomly, they do give me random pieces of information because they know I like that, but pay attention to them, because again, there could be a message within that randomness. And if it's really, really random, why would your mind think that random thing up? It wouldn't. So it's just trusting what you're receiving as well. But that takes practice, it takes experience as well. So, Michael, I know that's very quick, but I hope it's answered your question, and thank you very much for the question.